Hey guys, Musa here from Quantum Home Improvements. Welcome to our live chat with YouTuber Anthony English. As we reveal the ins and outs of YouTubing and making videos for YouTube. So Anthony, welcome.
Yeah, look, great to be here, Musa. And YouTube is so exciting, and so many things can go.
Right.
Can happen.
As we just experienced.
Your channel has been going for what, nearly a year?
Yeah, so it's coming up to 11 months.
Fantastic.
I've
I've been delighted to watch the progress of your channel.
Thank you. Before we get into it, I just got to say, because I know someone's going to be watching, I want to say happy birthday to Catherine. It's her birthday today, which is Anthony's daughter. So
Kathleen, yes. Yeah.
Anthony, what got you into YouTubing?
Yeah, well, I wanted to go viral. That was back in 2013. It was like a dumbest idea, and going viral is actually not that helpful for your channel anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's not so sustainable way.
Yeah, I don't think it's sustainable.
Yeah.
You need to. I think personally, you need to create a channel,
yeah.
And people need to know and identify who you are.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing, creating an identity, which is me. Okay, so hopefully it's not too annoying, but that's me.
I've been amazed with your channel. So my channel was is really more focused on the technical side of things, like how do I use Zoom, how do I use calendar setups at home.
How long have you been YouTubing for?
So 2013 I started, but it was really 2020 in the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And everybody's starting to use Zoom.
Yeah.
And one of my older videos from the year before started taking off, and I was really curious, like, why are people watching that video? And I had a lot of videos about Zoom, but there was one in particular that people kept wanting to watch, and it was not a very good video. Lots of ums and ahs. It's the lighting is really bad, but it was solving a problem that people had.
Yeah.
And that was the solution with an educational channel, which is exactly what you've been doing.
Yeah. So you know my story, my journey of YouTubing, why I came to that sort of that crossroad really. So we've got our tea and coffees.
This would not be a Quantum Home Solutions channel without Mr. Mischief. How did I get that one? Thanks very much.
I missed the message.
Oh. Yeah, without the coffee and the special coffee cup. Okay.
So yeah, I've done a video already on hydrotherapy and living with chronic back pain. So back 5 years ago, I had an operation on my spine after having a disc rupture, and it's called cauda equina, the actual injury, where the spine is collapsed and you become paralyzed. And that, unfortunately, was an emergency operation, and I was able to walk probably about 2 weeks after, roughly, and it was a long journey, and I've got residual nerve damage. So in other words, I'm not able to work full time anymore and do my renovations as I was doing, bathroom, kitchen, laundry renovations. So I decided probably about 2.5 years ago to start YouTubing, but and there will be a video released soon where I'm making Marnoush, and in the Marnoush I talk about my dad. God rest his soul. He was a beautiful man, and he was a welder, and he suffered a lot with emphysema, right, from the fumes. And so I looked after him, and it was a tough year. So I put the YouTubing on hold and used that time to think about how I was going to do it, if I was going to do it. So mid-August last year, I decided to go live with my first video, which was the Nilex retractable hose system.
I remember that one. the hose system. You see, I'm not a builder. I'm not a handyman. And what I love about your videos, even though I'm not, is that you explain, even for people like me, look, okay, I'm never going to set up a shed on my own. I'm not going to do that. But I love the way that you take us through and show us, hey, here are how to do some things around the house. And now I'm here in the live studio, and I've actually seen the concrete slab and the sloping hill with the tractor, and it's great.
And so all my videos are based at home, but I do venture out a little bit, and so I did put up a shed, as Anthony mentioned, at Joseph Suka's place, which was called the Easy Shed, after I had done my shed, which was the Absco shed, and it was, the Absco sheds are really easy to put up. They're very well illustrated and marked and very easy to put up. So when we did the Easy Shed, it was quite interesting because the name does not reflect the product, but it is a good product, just not easy to put up. Anyway, so a lot of my videos are done at home purposely because that's it gives me the break where I can lie down a bit when I am in need of rest. I can medicate when need be, and also there's a lot of work to be done around the house anyway because I didn't get to finish off this home. So this is the 4th home I built, and I've done it on the side while working, so over a 25-year period. So I do enjoy building. My original profession is dressmaking, so a lot of these videos you'll find in that. But with all this experience, I decided to put that knowledge in videos and to help explain. Now, the first video I released, I had a lot of flack, and that's what you generally get when you're YouTubing.
Oh yeah, everyone's got an opinion.
Anthony was
it's too long. You shouldn't be on camera. It's
no close-ups.
No, or yeah. Everyone's got an opinion.
And can I tell you, thank you for all you guys who did actually leave comments for me, and also you know, just sort of guide me. It helped me to understand how to make a better video. So YouTubing is quite complicated. It's actually not straightforward at all. And as I said before, with Anthony saying that you don't want to go viral. Now, if you go viral, you actually don't know what people want or like. It's actually really hard. For me, making these videos, I can sort of fine tune just by the responses I get from each video, what people are looking for. Now, I do a diverse amount of videos.
Yeah.
But Anthony,
that still works. For your channel, that works because we know pretty much who it is that you're appealing to.
Yeah.
Like you're not appealing to builders, who are professional builders, right? They're not going to watch a video on how to do a concrete slab in your home. And you're drawing on your experience and you're teaching people who are really just beginning.
Yeah.
Or maybe they've done it before, but they've never had somebody show it to them.
Yeah.
And so it's a really good way of using the knowledge in here and sharing it out with the world.
Well, I'm going to say,
can I just interrupt just for a moment? Just want to say thanks to those who are on the live chat. This is Quantum Home Improvement and Solutions with Musa and Anthony English, and we're talking about YouTube here. And welcome especially to the people from the US. We're here in Sydney, Australia on Saturday morning, Friday night in the US, and for anywhere else around the world. And
welcome to Anthony's subscribers and watchers. I'm subscribed to Anthony, and he talks a lot of high-tech makes high-tech videos on how to use Zoom, Calendly, and a few other topics. And he's got a lot of videos out there. So if you're looking to learn more about you know, how to present yourself on social media, especially when you've got more professional like meetings and stuff, a lot of information.
So back to your YouTube channel. So your strategy has been to share your knowledge and also grow your YouTube.
That's right. Itself. Well, Anthony was instrumental because when he actually reached out to me. I didn't reach out to him. I didn't know he was a YouTuber actually, and I've known him for a couple of years. He's our children go to the same school, and anyway, so it was exciting to know that someone actually was doing it, how they were successful, and I'm the kind of person that will not knock back knowledge. If someone has good advice, I'll take it, and I'll take only what suits me. The most important part about what I found about YouTubing is try not to be something you're not. So everything you see on video with me presenting, with all my mistakes and all the ums and ahs, that is me. And so I try to, how can I say, try to improve on myself, but at the same time know that I have limitations, and I make these videos. As I said earlier, because of my injury, I felt that I was being wasted. How can I explain it? Maybe some people who've understood, who've gone through chronic injuries or chronic back pain, that you feel like your life has changed dramatically, and my life did. But I really felt that I had a lot more to give. And so I decided to YouTube not only to help others, but also to get back into a career. So this is now a career for me. Thank you to all the people who have subscribed to the channel. I really, really appreciate it. We are now, I think, roughly at about 848, so maybe, I don't know the exact figure, of subscribers, and it's growing. Giuseppe's on, and Giuseppe, thank you for letting me know that you couldn't hear us. I'm going to read your message because, just to make sure you can hear us.
Yeah, no.
Thank you, Giuseppe. Thank you. Yeah, great.
Yeah, so you are at, and those first 1,000 subscribers, so you're nearly at 850.
Yep.
Those first 1,000 subscribers are really critical. Once you hit that, it's much less important.
Yeah.
I'm at 5,500.
Yeah.
Now. But once I got to the first 1,000, you don't really worry about subscriber count so much anymore.
And you've said to me many times that subscribers is not what makes your channel.
No.
It's how many hits you get. And so I get a fair amount of hits now. It's growing, and I appreciate all you guys watching. Subscribing just gives notification, but some people, if they're watching my videos, will still see them pop up anyway. So once I get to 1,000, I will become what they call monetized. So the watch time is also a crucial thing. You need 4,000 watch hours, I believe, every single year. Is that correct?
Just for the year before your monetization.
Okay, so I'm a little confusion there because I watched a video and someone's misled me. But anyway, that's fine. So the hours now, I wrote it down last night. I think it's about 6,100 hours. So, and I've still got another month to go. So I'm well within that. So I'm very happy about that. So I've made 4,000 hours in 1 year. That's great. Subscribers, I don't have to worry now. Just
once you hit the 1,000 subscribers, to be able to get paid for ads, you'll probably see ads on Moose's channel, but Moose doesn't get any money for that.
Not yet. And let me tell you, Anthony and I were mentioned earlier, the ad revenue from YouTube is not very high.
It's not.
It's the where you make your money. I wrote a few notes here. Is the endorsements and the sponsorships, and also affiliate links. So with all my videos now, or I should say most, I put affiliate links in there. Now, what that does is helps you to find a direct path to buy what I'm talking about, or a similar product. Because some of the things I show, I've had for a while, so they might be deleted and a new line come through. So I'll put the one that responds or is similar to what I'm talking about. So that affiliate link will give you a percentage as well. So, but it's not a big income. The biggest income you're going to get from YouTube is actually from endorsements and sponsorships. So I'm aiming for that. I do mention a lot of my product, the company names where I buy the products.
Yeah.
A big shout out to Coopers. I'm now working with Coopers and making more videos. There's more videos coming.
So just remind to those who haven't seen before, haven't seen Quantum Home Improvement Solutions, what's Coopers?
Okay, thank you, Anthony. It's always good to get clarification. Coopers is Australian, is an Australian beer maker, and they are international and very well known. And so I've made 3 videos on brewing. And so the first one was Coopers Real Ale, and I had never made it before. And so the next one was a friend of mine, Deacon Jeff, joined me on a video making honey mead. So mead basically is a wine made from honey.
Goodness.
And I'd never heard it before, and I'm going to tell you, we're going to taste it soon, by the way. And then the third video I made was Australian Pale Ale with a difference. A guy named Raj from India reached out to me and asked me if I can make one that you can brew at 35-degree temperature. So I changed the yeast, increased the sugar level, and brought it up to, he was hoping it could be around 8 to 10%. I got it to 7.2, but there was a couple of technical issues there where I sort of wasn't aware of. Anyway, so we've done that. Now I've made one more video, which I won't release for another 3 weeks, but a bit of a surprise because we are having a live chat with a panel of guys tasting the beer. And I know Giuseppe's waiting for that.
That could be interesting.
So's Corker. Corker is waiting for it as well. So, and a new guy, Ryan, Jude Ryan is waiting for it. And Jude,
all I get is coffee. Thanks, man.
Hey, 10 o'clock in the morning drinking
Yeah,
beers
that's
and
right.
wines.
Yeah.
But I just want to shout out to Jude Ryan. He sent me a recipe on making from apple juice a quick fizz shake. So I'm trying it out, and I'm going to see how that tastes like. But next back, I'm allergic to apples. If you can use that word, I have problems with apples. So I used pear. Now they are from the same family, and I'm hoping it works. I'm going to try that out later today. So Anthony, now I want to talk about the DJI and the equipment I use. But first, I want to talk about more the ins and outs of YouTubing. So can you tell us more about even the back room, the studio?
Yeah, sure. Well, one thing that people often focus on when they start with YouTube is they're worried about their equipment.
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, I often will.
I never have a problem with my equipment.
No.
Sorry, Giuseppe.
Yeah, I know. We lost 15 minutes in this live chat because we couldn't get the audio working. But I sometimes just record a video just like this, no external microphone, nothing. You do want to have good audio, but really the most important thing is working out who it is that you are trying to speak to, because you're not going to speak to the whole world. Who is it that you like to help? And now what YouTube Studio is at the back end. It lets you look at how many people are watching your channel, where are they dropping off in the videos, what are they even searching for. So I'll give you an example.
That's really useful, by the way, the drop-offs. So useful because I know that what people want to know.
Yeah, that's right. You'll find out that everybody's dropping off at this point in the video. What did I do then?
Yeah.
And like I found on one of my videos, I started the video by me talking on camera like I'm doing right now. And then I shared my screen and I said, look, here's how you do this on the screen, whatever it is I was doing. As soon as people saw me go off the camera and go on the screen, the numbers actually jumped. People didn't want to see my face.
Wow.
They didn't want to see my ugly nog, right? They just said, what we're going to do, what they came for, and then they hit rewind and watch that bit again, right? So that's increasing my watch hours as well, right?
Wow.
So I found out that being on camera, I mean, a live chat is different, right? But being on camera when you're explaining something technical is not that important.
Yeah.
Now, the back end, which is YouTube Studio, it's free for all YouTube creators, and you can be a creator for free. The back end teaches you, shows you what are people searching for. So, for example, people wanted to. I had a video that went really well, which was how do I turn off my camera on Zoom? And there's a button there, stop video. So my headline title was stop video, but people were not searching for how to stop video. They were searching for how do I hide my face? It's very emotional language.
Yeah.
And once I knew that, then I could make a video about how to hide your face if you feel embarrassed on camera. Yeah.
Or change the back screen so you're seeing another picture.
Yeah, that's right.
Great. And so for me, also a big part of YouTubing is marketing. Now, my background, even though it's originally dressmaking and then went into blinds and awnings, which was sort of associated with fabrics and dressmaking, and then building. Now, I've always been in the building trade from the family perspective. My grandfather was a builder, and I've always been building. But I made it a career at the age of 22, and in corporate. And then as time went by, I upgraded my license. And so I became a carpenter of recognition of prior learning with carpentry. And then I did the certificate for in building. So one thing I learned is marketing. So when you're YouTubing, it's all about marketing. So you'll see on my videos, I'm always wearing my Quantum Home Improvement logo. So it's about keeping a consistency on video. People tend to expect to see certain things and they get familiar with that person. So whether you like or don't like a way that a person talks, because you're not going to be able to make everyone happy, and that's a fact. But you start to build a relationship, and that personally I enjoy very much. And there's a number of guys who message me regularly, and I really enjoy that. That tells me that I've got a communication with that person. You're connecting, and I like the connection. I'm a really communal type person, as Anthony knows. I'm what they call a class parent in our school. So we have functions regularly. We have state of origin nights in my house. We have a theatre room.
So State of Origin, for those who aren't familiar, is a football game, a very famous football game in Australia. And so, because I'm just doing a shout out once again to the people who are not from Australia or not.
I think America's understanding now. I think it's growing in America.
Yeah.
I think, but there's still a lot of people don't know what State of Origin is.
Sure.
State of Origin basically just is Queensland against New South Wales, and take note that I'm wearing blue. Now, blue is the colour of New South Wales. Now, New South Wales is where Sydney is, just in code. So we have, how many states do we have? 7 states?
Yeah.
And 1 territory? I think 6. I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway, I know all the states, but we're on the eastern seaboard, kind of like New York, if you want to say, or Florida. So we're on the east coast, and so Sydney is on the lower part of New South Wales, and Queensland is the upper end of Australia on the east coast. And so these 2 states always challenge each other with rugby league football.
Yeah, a bit of local rivalry there, yeah, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just tell me a bit about the DJI. What happened there with you?
Okay, this is really important. So when I first started to realize I wanted YouTube, I bought my first DJI Gimbal. Now, DJI is a really good brand, and they make a high-tech product. Now, this is a real basic gimbal. They have different types. They can actually carry cameras. They have high-tech, even more. I mean, they have got some incredible equipment. But generally speaking, this is what I use. I use this this tripod to carry my gimbal. And when I need to walk around, which is not very often, you'll find on my videos I don't walk around much. I then unscrew the gimbal. I do have this wire here. This is for a reason. This is where I hook my sound equipment onto, and I use the Rhodes microphone. Now, it's not the greatest product, the one I bought. They do have better, Rhodes have better sound equipment than what I've got. So I've got the Go-To Pro, or the I think it's just called the wireless Go-To. So that it's a good product, but you'll hear sometimes a bit of issues with some interference in the mic. And
you've got a link, or we'll have a link in the description of this live chat to the video about the DJI.
Yeah. And so I made a video on why I was losing. So this is a tripod too, so you can use that as a tripod if you've got a close up.
That's really good.
And so I'll just turn it on. Now, I made a video about my videos. So when I did the concreting video, that was a video that was over a couple of weeks and 40 hours of footage. Now, when we came to the very end, the guys were screening, but then I had to go away somewhere. I left my camera, let it run. And they were now doing what they call the finish off, the coving. And so I didn't get the footage of the coving because what had happened, my DJI, I left it for a while and the battery died. And so I didn't press stop on the video, and which meant that I lost the whole footage of that particular part. I got everything else except that. And so this was not the only video that I've released that I've lost footage. And there's some videos I haven't released because I haven't got the crucial footage. So what I've done, these guys have done work for me in other areas around my house, and I then used footage from another spot, and just so I didn't confuse people on the video, because it was a different area of my house or my property. So I zoomed in, and the quality of that picture, because it's been zoomed in so much, it was a bit fuzzy. But it's the same guys doing the finish offs.
Yeah.
So with this this gimbal, it's really good. I mean, this is the OM5, and it's got a telescopic arm if you want to extend it out further. I haven't turned it all on yet, but I will. Yeah. So with this, there's a little button here. You can just double click it, and it'll spin around. So that spins around. You can go from landscape to portrait quite easily. You can zoom it. You can do a whole heap of stuff with it. Now, I generally use it as a tripod on this tripod or this tripod. And when you finish the filming,
tripod there. Wow, that's amazing. That's great.
But you can also use it as a handle, like an extension handle. Yeah. So you can use. I mean, it's good. And when you're walking with it, actually, the screen doesn't look so bumpy because it just slowly moves around. As you're moving, it takes away all that bump, and it's just a slight bump then. A nice soft sort of video. Now I know that if the gimbal dies and it just goes like this, let's say it goes limp, and it just does that. Now, when it does that, I know the battery is almost dead. So I'll go quickly to my video and press stop. and let it talk to each other. It takes up to 5 minutes. If you've got a lot of video on your camera, like let's say an hour and a half, it's going to take a long time for the gimbal to communicate that information to the app on the phone. Now, if the app does, if you lost that footage, and you can lose the footage at this point, you recharge your gimbal and your phone, then take the phone off, and on the app itself, and there will be a link below on how I demonstrate this. You press the actual app, you hold it, and then on the top right hand you've got information, and then you go into storage and you find the cache. Then you plug this in to your computer and you try to download that information. If it's an Apple, you're going to find that the gimbal, the information from that app will download straight off, and you'll find that video most of the time. But also, this is the OM5 and OM4 chart, and it tells you what phones are most compatible with this gimbal. And when I bought the phone and the gimbal at 2 separate times, they told me that they are compatible, and they are to a degree, but they're not the highest compatibility. The highest compatibility is an iPhone. Right? Do you run an iPhone, or do you run? Yeah. So if I hadn't had a chance again, I probably would have bought an iPhone, but I actually do prefer Galaxy. But that's not the point. I want to make better videos. So I'm going to put a link below for that, and that's going to help you. So yeah. So if you have any questions, please send them to me. I do apologise about the problems we had with the first live chat just a short while ago.
We've got a few people who've joined the live chat now.
So any questions, please send them through. So I'd love to answer them. But if not, and you've missed this live chat, write me a comment and I'll still get back to you. Okay?
So that's another important thing with YouTube, is that people don't necessarily know you. Yeah. But they will ask questions, and like sometimes I'll get questions. Like my biggest videos and the questions I get are videos that I created 2 years ago. Yeah. They might have taken me 10, 15 minutes to create. I'm still getting money for them now. Yeah. And I'm still getting questions about them now. Yeah. Which is really
This is the big difference between you and I. Yeah. You'll release probably 2 or 3 videos a week. Yeah. I'll release 1 video every 2 weeks. Okay. The reason being, not only because of my injury, that's a bit of a difficult from my end, right? That's not the point. My videos have a lot of information, and my videos sometimes can take 2 weeks, 3 weeks to make. Especially like incubating chicks. I mean, you're talking about a 3-week incubation period.
You can't hurry them up.
You can't speed them up. So I've got to edit them down to be a respectable time on video where it's an educational video. As I said, when I first did my first video, the Nilex hose, I said to Anthony, I've got to bring my videos right down. First advice Anthony gave me, beautiful. I really appreciate all the advice Anthony's got, and that's why I wanted him on a live chat. He's been crucial to me. He said, no, Musa. He said, put timestamps in so people can choose which part of the video they want to watch. And they've been brilliant. Those timestamps really helped me heaps, because I don't want people to watch videos that are brain dead boring. It really is not going to help. I want them to be educational videos. And in the end of the day, it'll help you guys. And then if they're good enough videos, I'll make an income. Okay. So, and I really am looking forward to that. So
and those timestamps. So really on any, maybe not on any YouTube video, but especially for an educational one, if you want to jump ahead to a particular part, if you look in the description or on your phone on your YouTube app, you'll see little images to say this is the chapter of the video, so you can jump ahead just to that part of the video or watch it again, that sort of thing. And so Moose, you use those timestamps, right?
Always, every video.
It's really good.
Even the one I did on the DJI Gimbal, it's only a 6-minute and 50-second video or something like that. I put timestamps on there because people can then just go straight to how to find that information on the phone instead of watching the whole video and see what the problems that I had. But I would definitely suggest you find out what the problem is. And usually there's 2 problems I mentioned on the video. And I'm just going to jump back to that because I forgot this and it's crucial. Yeah. Not only if the battery dies, if you go to your video and think, okay, I finished videoing, and you turn your gimbal off, you've lost your video. You need to press stop on your phone or on your camera, whatever you're using, press stop first, and then let them talk to each other, and then turn your gimbal off. If you turn your gimbal off, which I've done a number of times, thinking that it's that's automatically into my phone, it's not. That's how you lose footage. And so I've regained some footage for a video, and I'm going to see if I can still put it together. But luckily I had another camera running. It's not a high quality camera. This is a Galaxy S21, which was recommended, high quality phone. But this particular phone, which is my normal go-to phone every day, the camera's not that great, and it's an A22, a Galaxy A22. Not the greatest for videoing. I do use it for as a complimentary video running while I make my videos. So yeah, very important. Sorry to jump back there, but I just thought it was important to mention that.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Musa. And that's one of the other things that people often ask about with YouTube but they're not very technical.
Yeah.
And maybe with video editing and so on. And to tell you the truth, it just depends on who your audience is, and you're going to start very, very, very basic, whatever it is your video is going to be about.
Yeah.
And if you're not confident on camera, then do something like this where you're talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
Because I think you put yourself under a lot of pressure if you sort of put the camera up there and freeze, and then you feel like an idiot, you know?
Look, I've got to tell you, some people are live chatting, do live chats, and they can sort of, the videos go for long periods, and this also, you know, is probably very similar. But the reason I always do a live chat with someone with me is because you can actually bounce off that person for the information that I might not have. I might seem like I know a lot, and possibly that's the case, but I don't know everything, and I'm still learning every single day. And you guys are actually teaching me, would you believe it? As I said before.
Absolutely.
Well, Jude Ryan gave me a really good suggestion about sanitization. I haven't got it yet, but I will be looking into it and sanitizing probably with a better method. Better method. So yeah, so thank you very much, guys. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, so Anthony, so you're using your laptop as your computer, your PC?
Yeah. So even though as I say, I've had 2 million views on my channel, but I never used a special camera. I use just my laptop camera or my iPhone. I've had 2.5 million views.
Wow.
People are less interested in the quality
if the information's right.
As long as the information is right. If you're teaching them how to cook or some building thing,
they want to see it with their own eyes.
Or how to do a tie. You know, there's a channel there I was looking at today called "How Do I, Dad? Dad, how do I change a tire? How do I check the oil in my car?" And so people are very patient with if the video is not really high quality or they're not very confident. That can even make you more relatable. If you and a little bit, that's okay. As long as your audio is good, you want your audio to be really, the sound to be good, and then a little external microphone will do the trick there.
Actually, a shout out to Roman, a very good friend of mine. He was trying to help me with the audio, and he's given me a couple of new names. Now, I'm purposely not buying any more new equipment. I have 2 gimbals, I have 2 phones, I have the tripod, I have a light. I use Premiere Pro, which is quite an expensive program, but probably the best. And some people will dispute that, but it is really good. So I am not going to buy anything new at this point until money starts coming into the channel, and then I will start upgrading start to upgrade to better equipment.
And that's the thing, just as with building, with cooking, with videos, is that you're going step by step. And so making that first start is really, even if you don't share it with anybody, and you look back and you'll be so embarrassed about your original videos, but even some of the really big shots, you know, some of the biggest channels they look back at their original videos and they're embarrassed too, but that's normal. That's
you know what, I don't get embarrassed in my videos because I knew, you know, you gave the best advice, just go in, you know, just do it, just you know, and a lot of YouTubers when I was watching and, you know, how do I get this going, and I had a bit of nerves and all this kind of thing. I do have a training background, by the way, so that sort of probably gave me a little bit more confidence. But I checked out these channels and they said, don't wait until you're perfect. Just get out there and do it. I'm not sure if I'm right or not. If Giuseppe's still on, I'm going to ask, did you try YouTubing at one stage, Giuseppe? I think you might have, and I could be wrong. But yeah, so you know, you just get out there, and then and so I'm not embarrassed by my first videos because I knew they weren't high quality. But two things people were telling me that were wrong. First of all, it was too long, and I'll explain in a sec why I agree with that, but why I stopped. Sorry, why I still continue making longer videos. Okay, and the second thing was I had no close-ups. and I still have problem with close-ups because you've got to stop your camera at that point and show people what you're doing, and then put the camera back. Now that's quite tricky when you're filming on your own.
Yeah.
I do all my own filming, do all my own editing. Okay, the reason why I agree with my videos were too long, some subjects don't need a long video. Okay, so the Nylex hose could have been done in maybe 6 minutes, just to explain everything I needed to, and instead of going to I think it was 10 minutes or something like that, it didn't need to be that long. But the concrete video was, I think, 25 minutes or thereabouts, 28 minutes, I can't remember. But that's a 40-hour footage brought down to only half an hour or just under.
And if somebody's going to be investing that time and
they want to
money
do
in
properly.
getting concreting done, then they're going to say, look, this guy knows what he's doing. I'm going to watch. And these were the decisions that you had to make.
Yep.
Whereas for the Nylex hose, it's much less of an investment.
Yep.
And so you're not going to be watching like a 2-hour video on how to install a Nylex hose, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Hanging on the wall. Yeah.
So, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be having a live chat with, in actual fact, I didn't say the date. So the live chat for the beer and wine tasting will be on the 16th of July. Just confirming, I just need to confirm with the guys who are going to be on with me. So I have got a few guys on, and we're going to be trialing all these different.
So is that going to be a nighttime, morning?
It will be 10 a.m. Sydney time again.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
And that's on the Saturday, the 16th of July. So
That's
that'll be
correct.
the 15th of July, the Friday night in the States.
Yeah.
And you can, you'll be sharing it for those who subscribe.
Yep.
If you hit the subscribe button and the notification button, they'll get the alert about the upcoming live chat.
Thanks, Anthony. Thanks for reminding me.
Home Solutions.
Yeah, it's when you're on a live chat, you can tend to forget that people are just clicking in. So again, welcome to Quantum Home Improvements and Solutions as we talk about YouTube. And Anthony English is a YouTuber and done very, very well. Now, also, one thing I have forgotten to mention is that yesterday, the 24th of June, was not only a solemnity for the Sacred Heart of Jesus, but also John the Baptist feast day. But it was also my 33rd wedding anniversary, hence why we've got some chocolates here. And a milestone.
In honor of your, and it was your wife's 33rd anniversary.
Yeah, it's hers as well. Yeah. Now there's a couple of things I just want to mention. The next video I'm hoping to release, which will be next Friday, hoping that it's going to be released. There's a bit of issues there, but I should be able to release it. It's about how to use a electric-powered Oregon chainsaw. So this is a self-sharpener, and I have a friend of mine who's an arborist, and he's kindly came and showed me how to use the chainsaw and cutting limbs off trees. Now, he did say on the video that he probably prefer to use a petrol powered, but as long as you're safe, you can use an electric power saw. So I'm hoping to release that next Friday. But there also is, as I mentioned earlier, I'm releasing another beer video the day before our live chat. So a bit of a surprise there. It's a great beer, and I'm looking forward to tasting that one very much. And then after that will be how to make marnoush on that same Lebanese cooker, the Sage that my father made. So
here we are. You come to this channel and you get to learn how to build a house, how to cook, all sorts of things, how to make beer, and then how to cut down your house with a chainsaw, right?
Trees anyway. Look, we're all about in this channel about being self-sufficient. Now, so it wouldn't be any surprise that after my injury that my income dropped dramatically. I've always been self-sufficient to a degree. I do a lot of cooking just to not just for the satisfaction, but also to keep our cost of living down. So the videos that I do make are about reducing the cost of living. I try to put a big emphasis on that, and I'm very aware that not all videos will attract all the subscribers, and I hope you can be patient with that. but you often get a video that you will just perk up and you think, wow, I really like that video.
Yeah, and that's normal on a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You're going to have videos that, like, a lot of people are not going to have that gimbal, or they're not going to be doing YouTube. They may watch the video anyway, or they may not. And that's fine. And so, you know, like, I might make a video about how to use Zoom on an iPhone, and I might make a video about how to use Zoom on an Android. Well, not many people are going to have both.
That's right. That's right. But it's good to do that, because you're leaving people out and they're thinking, oh, wow, you know, I don't have Mac, or, you know, you know, Excel, or, you know.
Yeah.
But so there's a couple of things that come to mind. One thing that you mentioned earlier, that my videos are not for builders. Now, some builders might still want to watch it just for entertainment, but also my channel video, which explains what we're about, says that that my videos are not for people who have no experience. Okay.
Yeah.
The reason I say that, because some people have the expectation that a video is going to help you become an expert in any one thing. I don't think that's possible overnight. I think you've got to learn it slowly, as I did. So the videos I make are for people with prior knowledge of any type, whether it's cooking, even sewing, building, it doesn't matter. But it is entertaining to a degree, and I think you still can get enough information out of there will give you a little bit of confidence. But the video more are for people who have prior knowledge, and they just need that little key information to help them.
And that's the thing, is that sometimes you're learning something and you think, I'm just going to check, I'm just going to Google it, and then a YouTube video comes up, or
just get confidence.
YouTube. Just make sure, because I'm just not sure about this bit. And so and it's not like they've never done it before. But this part is a bit of a trap, and you have to sort of think, how do I do this? You know?
So Anthony, what else do you have in your channel besides Zoom and Calendly? You've done a couple of others.
I've done I don't know 200 or 300 videos. I
think it's 400, isn't it? 450 or something.
I don't even count. And a lot of them flop, by the way, probably because I'm doing too many. But there's a lot really around people where they're stuck on some technology thing. So it's not teaching them all that you need to know about spreadsheets or something like that. But there might be one tiny thing that they're really stuck on. And they're just looking for a quick solution to that. They may never come back to my channel. They almost certainly won't subscribe. That's totally fine.
Your demographic is,
I've got a much younger audience.
18 to 24, is that 25?
Yeah, I've got a much younger audience than you. It's whether it's my good looks, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
So my videos are. I think I told you a lot of them are 25. You've got 25 to 35, and then. But there's still a fair amount from 35 to 45 and 45 to 55. So I've got a wide range of people.
You've got a wide range. You've got a much bigger proportion are in that
the older
age group. And I don't have many in that age group at all. I'm not appealing to people of my age, which I thought I might, but I don't.
So I'm happy to reveal this. I'm 55 years old. I'm hoping to YouTube for at least 10 years. But my audience are predominantly the 35 to 45s, which is probably where I was when I wanted to do things, when I had enough money to build and to do that kind of thing.
That's it. And that's one of the beauties too about YouTube Studio, which I can even look at on my phone. Is that you can get to see what your audience is, what countries they're coming from, what times of the day. You're more likely to get people watching your videos. It's fascinating. So we're going to sort of finish up soon. Just if there's any questions, please post them, and we'll get back to you. But if you are watching this later, so we are Quantum Home Improvements and Solutions, and this is a live chat with Anthony English, where we're talking about YouTubing, and Anthony's a YouTuber, and has helped me with a lot of the back room. As I said earlier, the marketing I'm sort of running from my own experience. But it's really good to have someone like Anthony, where they can really help you just to fine tune what kind of videos you're going to make. And so thank you very much, Anthony. It's been great being here and watching your journey and being part of your journey, also with your channel. And and I'm looking forward to you hitting that 1,000 subscribers. And
hopefully be soon.
The next month or two.
Hopefully. And I'm hoping you know, that it won't be too long, and then I become monetized, and then going to, as I mentioned earlier, into the endorsements, the sponsorships, and then go into that, because that's what I'm looking for. And hopefully that starts to come to fruition. So Anthony, I'd like to have you back in the future talking about more on YouTubing. This is sort of just a teaser.
No, absolutely. We can even, you know, open up the YouTube studio next time and share people, show that some people are really into the metrics, the analytics, and I know them, you know, back to front. So
very good.
So that's a lot of fun if you got that sort of brain, right?
Very good. So, okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. So that, as I said earlier, the next the next live chat will be on the 16th of July, which is a Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Sydney time. And we're doing a beer and wine tasting with a panel of guys, and really looking forward to that. And Anthony, thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Musa.
Great to be here. And hopefully we'll get you back in a short while.
Thanks for the coffee.
All right, thanks, guys. I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, good. Well.